Influence has been well commissioned. They stand and they're set. Off they go. Now, Chino Brown and also Under Influence were amongst the last to get going. Hide the Oreos, the first to jump. Away well also Boy Blue from Manavendra. The first to improve is Chino Brown in front of Under Influence. Floppy gets back and Rock This Country settles down towards the tail of proceedings as they went out past the 1,000 mark. And Hide the Oreos fired up in front. Pike's got his hands full with the Great Southerner. Hide the Oreos by a length over Boy Blue. Third is Manavendra. Chino Brown up there settled running fourth. A length away Rock This Country, followed then by the heavily back Commodity Under Influence, which only has Floppy behind it. 700 metres out, and the leader is Hide the Oreos, a half a length on Boy Blue. Going up now, just applying pressure, so the pace has gone up another level. A length and a half to Manavendra. Chino Brown stoked up by Kennedy. Over on the inside, Rock This Country from Under Influence, and back last of all is Floppy. Spotting the pacemaker, Hide the Oreos, about 6 lengths to the home turn. At the 350, and Pike's off and gone with Hide the Oreos. It broke them open. Hide the Oreos went for the judge and kicked about 3 in front from Manavendra. Boy Blue, Chino Brown battling away. Down the outside is Under Influence, but they haven't got to the leader. Hide the Oreos still clear with 120 to go from Manavendra. Down the outside, Chino Brown. Hide the Oreos stopping. Manavendra, Chino Brown coming. Manavendra, Chino Brown. They're going to fight it out, and it might be Manavendra. Manavendra might have fallen in from Chino Brown. Floppy from last, charging late in front of Under Influence, and the tiring Hide the Oreos, who only lay down in the shadows. Rock This Country is next home, and tailed off a long last is Boy Blue. Manavendra, Chris Parnham grabbing Hide the Oreos and holding on. They all look to be off their feet. 125.71 here on a soft 6 track with a heavy shower preceded the running of the 5th. Chino Brown was just holding its own on the corner but kept coming late. Floppy charging down the outside into third in front of Hide the Oreos. Under Influence becomes the 4th odds-on favourite to go down this afternoon. Unrelenting. Punters with their backs to the wall, those that have taken short odds about these favourites, with Under Influence out of the placings. And its stablemate Manavendra, easing to 850, has landed the money by a long head, holding on with a long neck second and third. The winner is by deep field from Shintamani, the Viscount mare, and a good mare. For Pierce Racing, J. Coyne, Duffy R. Viney R. Peterson, M. Bay, Ms. D. Greaves, M. McGee, Mrs. T.L. McGee, Nigel Ride, J. Riseborough, J. Riddle, L. Landwer, B. Freighter, and Madame's Bogey and Power. Chris Parnham in the saddle. Manavendra gets home. Clings on from Chino Brown by Machino from M.G. Brown and King Alan Kennedy. And third going the way of number 8 Floppy, the helmet Golden Girl 4-year-old Nevin Steve Parnham. 6, 3, 8, 9, the favourite out of the placings. Race number 6, the Mrs. Max Handicap. The fillies and mares will run in the next. Devil Girl, Polash coming out with 9 well played. Some of these going to Pinjarra tomorrow. And it's 2, 6, 5 and 7. My thoughts there in the second leg of the quaddie. On a wretched day for favourite backers, let's go to the yard and join Britt Taylor as Manavendra, the stablemate of the very heavily backed stablemate Under Influence, has got the money.
Yeah, that's right. So it's sort of a bit of a mixed emotions situation here. Ben, you've had the short price favourite go under, but it's not too doom and gloom when it's the stablemate who gets the chocolates.
Yeah, that's it, and it takes a bit of pressure off because I've been copping a bit of flack for this. I labelled Manavendra as one of my favourite 2-year-olds coming through, and he's been pretty disappointing, so it's good to see him win in town.
Well, he's finally stepped up here today, so that's been saying as a 2-year-old coming through, but what about coming into today? How did you split your pair?
Manavendra was a nice run first up at Narrogin. Although he went to Narrogin and got beat, he sort of went hard in front, got taken on, and we thought he boxed on really well. So Under Influence, we really like him as a horse. It's always hard to win that next one after winning a maiden, so we can forgive him for today. I think he's going to be a nice horse in the future.
How's that cast going there? We heard from you and all sorts of problems there with your thumb and surgery. How's it going?
Yeah, it's all good. I can't do a hell of a lot. I'm not overly useful, but lucky we've got a good team at home to keep the stable ticking over.
Good at barking orders?
Yeah,
That's all you need to do. Congratulations on the win.
thanks.
There is Ben Pearce, Manavendra victorious today. It's not the odds-on favourite. It's another one that goes under here on this Anzac Day program. But it sounds as though, Scott, that he had a bit of confidence in Manavendra and was under no illusions that it's very hard for a horse to take that next step after winning a maiden in under influence.
It is, Britt. It is. You go from a maiden to a Class 1 and you rise 2 kilos. We've gone left. Chris Parnham's gone right, so he zigged and zagged through. We might try and go and get in there and get a word from him as we walk past poor Stevie Parnham, whose face was just covered in mud. So we talk about the soft 6 with Chris as well. Manavendra, Chris, that turned into a grind.
It did, yeah. Sort of the track's getting a bit more worn now with a bit more rain around. But he toughed it out, and I reckon this bloke will probably stick out a bit of a trip.
So can we probably expect maybe a 6 down to a 7 now with the track? Those rain's really settled in.
Yeah, probably. It's not in a heavy range, but it's heading towards that way.
Considering they stepped him out as far as 2,100 metres when last in work, is it further the better for him?
Yeah, I think so. I'd say 14 is probably the bottom end of how he wants it. So coming into winter, I wouldn't be shocked if he sort of picked up a Saturday 2,000, 2,200 deep into his prep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There is Chris Parnham. Manavendra could be one to watch throughout the winter months. Chino Brown runs second, 6, 3, 8 and 9, the numbers from race number 5.
That your life you'll find.